Go live. Don't save. Don't save. Why does it say Farming Simulator 19? Does it? Oh, it's an old one. Alright. There we go. I was about to say, why does it say Farming Sim 19? Alright. Farming Friday. Gaming. Farming. Sup, Tony? By the way, Tony, I meant to respond to you, and I didn't. I have it downloaded. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I was going to look at it and see about the fences. Because that shouldn't be the case. There should never be fences around fields, man. This tags. What's up, Jesse? How you doing, man? Save. We'll get the link, even though the bot's gonna do it like 5 minutes later. Hi. And everyone. Look. 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 There we go. So now. And then the bot will do it in a couple minutes, and then, you know, everybody gets double pinged and gets pissed. That's good to hear, Jesse. Alright. Go ahead and close all that. Close that. And I am in. Alright, here we go. So I'm not quite sure what we need to do. Everything's growing, it looks like. Everything's fertilized. Look at Tyler. Look at him. He didn't fertilize everything, but you look at him. Or is that me? That might have been me and Lime. Everything's like early stages too. So maybe we do a little fast forward job. Yeah, it's kind of pointless, annoying. Yeah, I've never, in all my travels, I've never seen anything around here where there's fences around fields. I've never seen that. And hearing everybody else complain about it tells me it's not like a common thing practically anywhere. So, a bit weird that modders do that. Saber? Hello, how are you doing? Sorry if I butchered your name. Everything loads in my place. We've been immediately dropped frames. Hopefully that's taken care of in a week or two. I don't know what it is. I mean, unless it's it. Oh, hey. Want my help? If I fix this, it's something. I don't know. Something over here. The only thing I have over here. Unless it's that Dodge or that Ram. Unless it's the sun. Because the sun gets blocked out, I immediately go, oh. It's something in the house. I'm looking right at the car and I don't get any hit. That way I drop down to 40. Oh. I have no clue. I guess, let's go ahead and close that back. We can sleep. Fast forward a month and see what happens. Watching SmackDown? Nice, I'm jelly. I am so jelly. Bucks County is getting worked on. 22, nice. Bucks County was a good map. I liked it. Alright, so we're in December now. Everything's a shade darker. My dairy cows could use some water. These cows are pretty good. We need another month so we can move these things over after they reproduce. These though did reproduce. Holy cow! Literally. I can get 400 in there, so maybe I should sell off. Do I sell off? Because these are at 80%. Oh, they haven't hit puberty yet. Maybe I sell these things off, or take them to the dairy, the youngins, and just keep them going, so they can reproduce again. I don't know how this works. My chickens are going good. Is there anything we need to sell right now? December, wheat, we don't have any. What about soybeans? Soybeans are down. Milk's down. Wood chips. January is good for wood chips. Grass. December is good. We're going to get rid of. I don't know. Straw's really good. We can get rid of some straw. Lucille Smokehouse. What some nuzzle. We have a lot. Well, when's the best time to sell honey? That's February. All right, we're gonna make a killing in February. Slurry, January, stones, April. All right. So it looks like the game plan right now is we're gonna take those young cows to the butcher. What's up, Big Country? How are you? It's been a minute since I've seen your channel. Well, that's what happens when YouTube hides your content because they don't like you. Oh, what? You're not unboxing toys for kids? Oh, you're gonna go towards the back. Oh, what's that? You're not, finding bodies in a forest? Oh, you're going to the back. Which power joke is that? It's the 99 to 07, I think. With the swappable beds. It's available on the HIO site. I want to say the modder's name's like DTG and then some numbers. Haven't seen your channel since I was 19. Yeah, that's about the time when the adpocalypse hit. Or if you said a bad word, you don't show up in feeds anymore. I've been here doing my thing still. Ever since then. Having fun. Oh, God. That was gnarly guy. It's definitely, it's worth the download. Definitely worth the download. The only thing from that guy that I haven't liked was the most recent RAM he released. The second gen RAM. I don't know. It's like really small. And doesn't have a ton of options. It's like he just pushed it out because somebody else released the Ram 1500 that was like the same body style. I don't know. That's the only thing he's put out that I haven't been a fan of. Can I sell these? That's the question. Not sell them, butcher them. That's what I meant. It's got a really short bed. It's not even that. It's just it's small. Like if you compare it to like put it next to his other trucks, it's like really really small. Oh yeah, these mirrors. that can't be right? Wait, how come they look bigger on the outside than the inside? Oh, I missed my turn. What's up, Chad? Just me right now, Chad. Chad, or me and Tony, I should say. I was looking for a good, like, second gen Dodge to, with a flatbed to put in for this purpose, but I couldn't find any, so I switched to the, did that work? So I switched to the Ford. Deactivate that. We have wait, why didn't that show up? Did I screw up? Oh, Holstein. Why did I think it was a limousine, whatever. What's up, Moose? Where's Squirrel? Where'd you get that? It's a 7.3. You can get both 6 and I believe this is what I got as my main truck. This one. I got 7.3 in her though. And go for the 6.0. It's from itch.io, itch.io, and the modder's name, it's DTG something, a bunch of numbers. Here, let's just make it a whole lot easier on me. What's up, Zach? How you doing, man? Itch.io, which I highly recommend if like, I think some of the mods end up over on ModHub, but get it from itch.io. I feel like it's a much nicer website for modders than... There we go. DTG616. For all those curious about the... Ford. There you go. But this site's pretty cool because not when you go to download it, it gives you an option to donate to the modder, which is really nice. Like that, I think it lets them customize like the way their actual site works or looks. So that's a positive. Love Dodges, but there's so many gross trucks on the hub. Yeah, there's a lot of like bad. This guy is the one that also, the guy that made this truck is the one that also made this Ram here. So he's got some pretty good stuff. But yeah, no, there's a lot, especially like second gen. There's a really good first gen out, which we have in, which is this one, and of course the current look. But the second gens, man, they're... I don't know. Like they're all either like there's one that doesn't like every time I like try to get in to drive it, my game locks up. There's another one that's like way overscaled compared to everything else. Then there's the Expendables converted one, which is nice, but it's still big. So it's hard to find like a good second gen. I gotta get a PC. I got a new one coming. Everything's ordered. My wife ordered it all for me last night. So within a week or two, I should have my all my parts and have it up and running. Knock on wood. There are two first gens that are good. Yeah, there's the one. It's not bad, but you can tell they put a lot of focus in on like goofy aftermarket stuff. Like you got like 40-inch tire, like monster truck tires on it and everything, which doesn't do it for me. But the one from Rental Man is really good. I like it a lot. My only complaint is I wish it had a flatbed on it. I wish you could make it a flatbed. If I could make it a flatbed, it'd be great. For me personally, I'd love to have like older pickup flatbed for like hauling like this trailer and like other goose. I just think it looks better in my opinion. And around here, you don't see like brand spanking new pickup trucks working on the farm. They're all older pickup trucks. So I'm just kind of drawn to that. I know. The crew cab though, you can make a flatbed, but there's not like any good rims on it. Like after the stock rims, it immediately goes to 35s, and then it sits too high for the trailers, and the trailers sit at an angle. I don't know why this thing keeps hitting all these bumps. If you're tired of playing FS22, you should go give Sons of the Forest a try. Oh, I wish, Zach. I wish. I am my budget is officially done for right now because, like I said, I just bought everything for a new computer. And of course, as soon as I do like make plans to get a new computer, Sons of the Forest comes out. So I'm not gonna have anything for that for a while. And plus, PJ's is already having problems with it. PJ said that he's having trouble with his sound. I don't know if that's a issue, but yeah, no, I fully plan on playing it at some point because I do enjoy playing the Forest with PJs. So at some point, I will pick up Sons of the Forest, and me and PJ will probably play on that. Need more trucks with stacks. Yeah, I'm actually shocked because there was a lot of trucks coming out in 15 and 17, even 19 with stacks. Like that was like you had your rims and your stacks. That was like the two most important things. And now that kind of drifted away from that. I'm shocked. This Ford's struggling with these cows. Of course, it doesn't help that the trailer keeps popping up and down. I guess the trailer can't hold the weight of these heifers. Select. How's this doing? It's still saying only 19? That doesn't seem right. maybe it takes a bit to update. This guy wasn't putting straw. I got a truck full. Oh, this is total mixed ration. Why does it look like straw? Oh, let's see, he's putting straw in there and use what's in here. Definitely looks more empty than what it was, I think. Yeah, it is. Alright. Need to fast forward one more month for these to reproduce so we can move these over to the new pen and get rid of that pen. Then we have to fill those all up. I get these chickens reproducing so we can get some chicken meat up in here too. Now it's mostly pavement princesses. Yeah. That's what I was saying, like, a lot of those trucks, like, they have these really ugly rims with, like, super thin tires and all that. That does nothing for me. That absolutely does nothing for me, and I get crap for it every single time I say these rims are ugly. They are to me. Like, I miss, like, just like when what was it, Mickey Thompson's were all the rage. That's what I wanted on my truck. And like, I miss when that was like a thing. Now they have these really ugly, just looking tires, and it's just these people who want a pickup just as like a status symbol instead of using a pickup. If that makes any sense. Like, I think that was a huge shift from when I was a teenager to now. Like, a pickup truck isn't a vehicle you buy, or I should say, when I was like a teenager and stuff, a pickup wasn't a truck you buy just to drive around and like flaunt your money, and that's what it's become. Like, pickup trucks are now like a status symbol. And so many people are buying them just to, you know, like, look what I'm at, look what I got, sort of thing, instead of actually using them. To put in perspective, we all made fun of this one kid in high school because he had a Chevy 1500, and the masonry class. So I went to a vocational high school. The masonry class, each shop did something to raise funds to help pay for materials and stuff. Like, we would strip our wire down and sell the wire off for copper to make more money to buy new wire, stuff like that. So the masonry shop built like things for people. Like, one of their most the item that made them the most money for their shop was the mailboxes made out of brick. And the shop teacher couldn't make a delivery, so he asked the kid with the 1500 if they could load the mailbox in his truck and he'd make the delivery. And he's like, no, I'm not scratching up my truck. I'm not scratching up the bed of my truck. And we all just kind of turned like, what? Yeah, I don't put anything in the back of my truck. You can get a bed liner for it. No, I don't want a bed liner for it. I want it to show the paint. So why do you have a pickup truck if you're not going to use it to haul stuff? Because it looks cool? We all made fun of that guy, but that's how it's become these days. What's my favorite, FS 19 or 22? 22, hands down. Anyone who says 19 is a better game than 22 has lost their absolute mind. 22 is so much better. So much better. And so much more potential than what 20 or 19 had. Which I don't get is the same people who will complain that I still do fire truck videos for Farming Sim 17 instead of 22 are the same people who will say 19 is better than 22. Like, why do you care if I do fire trucks in 17 if you'd rather play 19 over 22? How does that make any sense at all? But yeah, no, I've actually had people comment on complain that I do Farming Sim 22 or Farming Sim 17 mods and not in 22 when and they turn around and say that 19 is a better game than 22. It's like, what? Can't have it both ways. But okay, 139. Nice. We about to have some meat. We're gonna have some Angus beef, some beef chuck, some porterhouse steak, and some sirloin steak. Nice. Doing pretty good, Chad. How about yourself, man? Whee! Dang, how many more of these do I have? Whew! We still got like 5 more runs. Yeah, I don't know where Tyler's lag behind is. He said he'd be here for a little bit because tomorrow they have a breakfast at the firehouse. I guess he showed up, sprayed all the field, and thought that excuses him from showing up tonight. Yeah, whack behind. I gotta get up early too, so this stream probably won't go as late as usual, but I'm gonna go get my hair cut tomorrow. Long overdue. Oh, that is one horrendous bump. Working making online server for S22. We already have one. No one wants to ever come in and play though. That's the downfall. Oh, look at that. Would you look at it? Angus is going to give us a lot more Angus, which would be nice. Oh, even the CB lights up? I didn't notice that. Jesus, that was loud. It actually scared me. Back it up. Oh. Three more runs after this one. And then I guess we fast forward time. I mean, not really anything else to do. House PJs is. I should probably look at that. Okay, they're growing. So House PJs is grapes. I don't want those to fail the first time we do it. Three more runs. Two full ones and then a load with just 2 cows. I don't know, should we leave this? No. Let's get rid of them. Can't see out my mirror. Look at me. Managed to do that without going third person. Look at me. Well, this is gonna be me. I guess we'll kick on some tunes. Music. I do need to, before I do this, I need to add his new stuff in here. Nefix, I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. Really good copy-free. Oh, do I already have it in there? Looks like I do. Look at me. Alright. Let's go ahead and add to Windows Media List. Save this list.
I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round. Welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly. Thoughts jumbled around, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't want to get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. Right. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win. I'll take a stab, I want to chase a bear.
How do I...
Okay,
shuffle's on.
Alright.
Let me know if that music's too loud compared to me. Feels like it might be a little bit. Do that. Oh, telephone pole. Do you notice that this isn't? Hold up, am I crazy? What's it? Okay. Hopped out to show what was wrong, and it was like, nah, man. That's not what we do here. It's good. Well, thank you, Jesse, for the feedback. Oh! I'm okay.
Howdy.
Oh, howdy. Howdy, partner.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. My new PC's ordered.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yeah, it's like, I'm expecting.
Yeah, when's the due date?
It could be any time next week or two.
Wow.
I think the last thing supposed to come is my graphics card, and that's on the 2nd.
Wow. What are you getting?
I went with the i9 12900.
It's a good one.
I end up not the Z. I think it's a 690.
Yeah.
It was like $100 cheaper. So what was it? So the 790 Tomahawk or whatever.
Jeez, they're already up to 790.
790 Tomahawk. The
motherboard.
Motherboard, yeah.
Damn,
790 or something. Yeah, something like it. Anyway, I went with the
C690.
690.
Yeah.
Then went with I took a step down. One, I was going to get 4080, but I just went with the 4070 instead, which will still do everything I wanted to do. So
Yeah,
it's a huge improvement. It's ranked 4th on the testing site. So
shit.
yeah, it's still pretty. My wife looked it up. It just released literally last month.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So it's brand new.
Wow.
I got one with that. And then all the other stuff's just. I don't think that's like necessarily important, is it?
Like RAM.
Well, yeah. I mean,
That's important.
32 gigs of RAM.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I figure I can upgrade that later. And the
Yeah.
motherboard I went with has the slots for the SD, which I figured I'd wait on it. Maybe.
Yeah, with those ones, it's a little bit more complicated than just like plug and play, because you have to take off the graphics card in order to access the slot for the SD. I think. At least for mine, that's the way it is.
Yeah, and the motherboard. So,
Yeah.
but I figured I'd do that later on because, and maybe like, because I paid off my credit card and then put my graphics card on my credit card. So I'm gonna pay it down and then probably pick up a stick or two of that, the SSD, put in the motherboard.
Smart.
And then also, in other adulting news, we put the final payment towards our car.
Hey,
It's paid off.
that's awesome.
Yeah. And then someone was like, "You should try out Sons of the Forest." I was like, "Well, see."
Yeah. Listen, I would rather have 1 month left on my car payment, or I'd rather have Sons of the Forest and then still have 1 month left on the car payment.
Well, no, it was the scheduled final month, so
Right,
I paid
right.
on
Oh,
for
yeah.
as long as possible. So, but it's done, and now I can drop my insurance. Drop it down to liability, save some more money.
Always good to do.
Yeah. I guess it's fast forwarding time because I have nothing else to do. Oh, that's great demand for something. Ooh, we have stones. Even though it's probably still more money at the yeah, still you can get more money for it at the smokehouse. I'm doing pretty good. Sean, how are you doing, sir? I'm doing okay. My knee pain is improving. Found a twisted my knee. That sucks, man. Been there. Done that. Oh. The next month. My cow? Oh, no, or something like. Wait. Oh, we're still in December. Okay.
Yep, still plenty of time.
What's up, Matthew? How are you doing, sir? It's good to hear, Sean. Oh, it's snowing.
Oh, hell yeah. To the plows. No, that doesn't look like it's accumulating much.
Yeah, clear my driveway.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, gotta clear yourself out before you can clear anyone else out.
My bad. What? Doing pretty good. How about yourself? I'm doing pretty good, Matthew. Thanks for asking. And what's up, Steve? How you doing tonight, man? Is that a new mod? What? The snowblower? No. It's been out for a while. Playing some FS17 default map. You're brave. I shouldn't say that. One of my favorite maps is just a rework of the default map. What's up, Ian? How you doing, man? Yeah, snowblower mod's been out for a while. I think I've done a mod spotlight on it. Playing Snow Night? Well, it wasn't the plan. It just kind of happened. I've been playing FS22 on console. Oh. Yeah, I don't think it's available for console. Move it over this way. It has snow on my front doorstep. Yeah, they're calling for snow here tomorrow, which hopefully it's not until like later in the afternoon, because tomorrow morning I'm going to go get my hair cut. My favorite base map is 19. The last memories I have with best friend were past. We played on the base map for nice. Not nice. Your friend passed away. It's just that y'all got to play together. I was gonna say, does this thing have lights? That'd be cool. It was 82 degrees in Texas today. Yeah, let's put it this way. It was legitimately just 70 degrees. What was it, 77 we hit on yesterday? Or the day before. It was in the 70s, and they're calling for snow on tomorrow. It's like weather, or Mother Nature. Make up your mind. Like, don't know who hurt you, but it wasn't us. Okay, it wasn't all of us. By the way, Steve, I see your boys in NXT made it into the 2023 video game. Cool, currently playing on Griffin, Indiana. Yeah, that's what we're playing on. You know, at least that was something there, Matt. I was looking at the roster the other day. I was like, oh, Steve's gonna be over the moon. His boys made it into the new game. Oh. I made a mess. I love that S22 got it on Christmas. Yeah. Well, I feel like it's a good next edition, if that makes any sense, from what 19 was. Like 19 was pretty good. 19 definitely had its issues. So I'm glad they took an extra year to focus on 22. Because it was worth it. You ever played on 19? So is like 22 your first farming game? Alright, that's done. I guess we bring out Big Red to get to the plow.
Heading over to the state trucks.
Yeah, on my way. Although it looks like it's not sticking to the main road that much.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Oh, never mind. In front of your place, it's pretty coated. Play on 14? There was a 14? I don't think there was a 14. What, 13, 15? Unless you're talking about like the mobile game. Map is this? Griffin, Indiana. Oh yeah, making the jump from freaking mobile to like full-blown game. That's a huge step up. I need to put some more focus on this area here.
Oops, sorry.
Get more old pickups. I wholeheartedly agree, man. Wholeheartedly agree. I guess I'm gonna head down Main Street here. And we definitely need more than just Ford. We have like every single Ford ever made. We definitely need more Chevys and Dodges in the game. We definitely need more of each, especially the older ones, older Dodges, older Chevys. Like all we got are brand new. Like no, give us something, some classics. Oh, that guy just got doused in snow.
What is the... How do you turn on the sander?
You gotta make sure it's selected and hit B. And make
There
sure
we
it's
go.
full.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Where I left off. Now I play on my Xbox One. Get a PC! I'm not a Chevy guy, but I'd like a nice cat eye for my buddy. There is a really nice cat eye out. It's just it's kind of a frame hog. So if you have a lower end PC, it's not gonna work. What was trucks going to have on file side right now? I can only have 3 trucks downloaded. Still have room for other mods I have. Yeah. I have 2 terabytes, so I know that. I have 2 terabytes, and I still have like over 300 mods installed. Nothing can be released publicly because all the 12-year-olds steal from them constantly. Look, here's my deal. If you want to mod and keep it to yourself, that's all perfectly fine. But if you're gonna release stuff, like, you kind of can't complain about it. If you don't want your stuff used, you know, keep it to yourself. That's the best way. If you have a Patreon and you're making people pay for it, when it's technically against people's terms of service, and people leak it, if you didn't want your stuff out there, you should have kept it private, because people are gonna leak it. Like, that's how we are that's how we become in this community, if that makes any sense. Like, people are just gonna leak anything they can. Now, the real downfall is when you take parts from other people's vehicles, like publicly released vehicles. I'm not gonna mention any names. There's a modder that will take parts from another modder's stuff and put it behind a paywall. There's quite a few that have done that. Like, they take people's mods from like 17, 19, convert them to 22, and then make people pay for them on Patreon. That's why I'm so anti-Patreon, because a lot of the stuff that people are charging people for is public. It's public stuff. I don't care if you want to show off your private work. What bugs the living daylights out of me is when someone shows off a private mod and then gets upset when people ask if it's public. Like, where can I find that? Oh, it's private. Stop asking. Like, okay, well, you didn't put it in your post. Like, if you want to show something off and you don't want people asking about it, just be like, hey, it's private. And don't get butthurt if you don't say it's private and people ask where you get it from. Because people are going to ask when you see something cool that they want, they're going to ask where you got it from. Why get butthurt about it when people ask about it? Alice Charmer's one, yeah. I mean, it's cool and everything, but, you know, the modder's gonna be like that just because I simply say, hey, is that private? And, you know, like, I had people jump on me because I asked, when this truck released, I asked about the beds because they didn't release it with the beds. So, I just was like, I hate to be that guy, but I got asked, because the picture of the truck had the salt spreader on it. So I hate to be that guy, but I gotta ask, where'd the salt spreader come from? People were jumping all over me, because like, there's no public salt spreaders. Oh, okay. I don't get why you have to be so ignorant about it. I was just asking the question. Found it anyway. Got it for free. I didn't pay anything for it. Thanks to Tyler. So, they'll probably be butthurt for that. I even edited to make it work because the freaking flashers on the bed weren't working when I got it, and I got it working. We're putting a speed bump in here. Good place in Discord servers.
Some bad news for you, Feenix.
Uh-oh.
The plow truck went by your house.
Plow truck went by my house.
Yeah.
Why is that bad news?
Because you get the
Did you
the
push all
window
the snow?
to your driveway.
Did you push all the snow back into my driveway?
What?
Did you push all the snow back into my driveway?
No, not that much. Just a little windrow. That's what happens when the plow truck goes by your house.
I love how you just made a beeline to the place where I just cleared out.
I didn't mean to. I just started on the main road, and instead of taking that 90-degree left, I just kept going straight. Didn't mean to. I mean, I did mean to. I was trying to do you a favor.
You totally meant to do it.
Yeah.
If you didn't make a beeline right towards my front doors, and I would like, oh, it was an accident. No, you went right for it.
Yep.
I bet that's what you did when you see people out there shoveling off their driveways. You just make a beeline right to their door when you're plowing snow. You're like, ah, yeah. Sorry about that, Terry, but all your hard work was for nothing.
Well,
I'm gonna dump this right at the end of your driveway.
let's put it this way, like, the first couple years that I was plowing and you'd see someone out there shovel their driveway and then you go past them and you do feel kind of bad. But after a while, like, it is what it is. Can't do much about that.
I'm making a mess. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Nope, slide that back.
Trying to figure out why I sound like trash on your stream.
I
No,
can't
so-
answer that one.
I don't sound that bad in Discord, do I?
No.
Yeah. I don't know. Just sucks for everyone listening.
Yeah,
I'm
so
bad.
be you.
Yep.
What's up, Cody? How are you?
Oh, fun random fact. You know how we were talking about the Harry Potter audiobooks?
Yeah.
You can... I don't know if I told you. My wife got the first one for free from the library, a digital download.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does your library up there not have like a website?
They do. Listen, I had a library card at some point. I don't know what happened to it. So I just like made the like offhanded suggestion. I was like, oh, maybe the library would have it. My wife, who definitely has a library card, looked it up, and so the town that we live in, they have a whole digital directory of stuff so you can get like a 30-day download of an audiobook.
Yeah, all of our libraries here in Delaware are connected, and they actually, if you go to their website and search for a book, they have the audiobooks that come up, and they allow you to use them to a website.
That's crazy. I mean, I guess it's been a long time since I've, like, had any kind of interaction with the library. So, but I imagine in order to stay in business, they gotta catch up with the times a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I know we used to be able to, like, rent the audio books, like the physical ones, from the library. But yeah, just a fun piece of advice. I never thought about doing that, and then lo and behold.
Yeah, the Delaware library website's game changer because they're all connected. So like my town library is like really small because we're a small town. But my wife can go onto the website, put a book on hold, say from like Dover, which has a much bigger library with much more selection,
so you can,
and they'll send it to my library to pick up.
Yeah. We've got a similar situation. I just didn't know it was the same for like the digital stuff.
Yeah. Well, see, the one for Delaware, it's like it's through a third-party website, but you can use your card to check it out and listen to it or whatever.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Same with if you have a Delaware library card, you can. They have a museum pass thing, so you can go in and get passes to museums using your library card.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool too.
We used to do that.
So I'm honestly thinking about buying the season pass for Delaware State Parks because it's only $35 for residents.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, you can get entry to every single state park, which we have a bunch of them around here, for free, except Fort Delaware and the Brandywine Zoo. Those are the only two state parks that you don't get access to. That's because the only way to access Fort Delaware is by ferry, so you have to pay the ferry fees.
Right. Well, it's not a bad deal, though.
Yeah, me and my wife are seriously considering it.
Well, we have state parks around here, but it's mostly like conservation land that's owned by like a trustees organization. So like the main beach that I go to by my parents' house is owned by them. And then there's a bunch of like hiking trails, walking trails, like all over. It's mostly trails and stuff over state parks that are owned by the trustees, and then you can get like an annual pass for it, and it's like, I mean, it's $100, but you don't have to pay for anything. So like, if you were to go to, like, there's the Appleton Farms, which is just like, it's on a farm, and there's this whole wooded area that has like 15 miles of just walking trails in the woods, which is pretty cool. But if you're not a member, you have to pay to park, and it's like minimum is like $10. So I used to walk my dog.
Park?
Yeah. So I used to walk my dog. Well, because it's a donation, because it's a non-profit organization. What they do is they buy up like properties and then turn them into conservation land and preserve them so it can never be sold to like the city or to someone wanting to buy a piece of land. So it's for a good cause. But if you think about it, like $10 to park is a lot. So like I said, I used to walk my dogs over there like once a week. So $10 to park each time versus just spending like $100 to get the parking pass, which works for the beach too, because if you don't have the beach sticker thing, to park at the beach is like Well, now you have to make a reservation because of COVID. But to park, if you're not a resident of the town, it's like $30 for beach parking. So it definitely pays for itself. But even though I'm not currently living in that area, I still get it every year.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth, like, even to, like, because the state park that's nearest to us, it's $4 to get in. So
Yeah.
you figure we go, what? My math.
How
Even we
much
go
was
like
it?
$35. So if we go like 9-10 times, it pays for itself.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, it includes, like, there's the one down in Lewis that has all of the towers that you can go up, like you can climb up in the old towers that you have on the coast where they fought during World War II. They have one you can climb up in, and they have all the bunkers down there open with the, like, museum, like, artifacts and stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
But yeah, we mainly use it just to go to walk the trails. I found a website. Actually, there's an app for it as well, and I put the app on my phone that lets you see all the nearby trails. It's called All Trails.
Yeah, I have All Trails. I use
Yeah.
it for hiking.
Yeah, so I recently put that on my phone, put all the local ones, and that's their goal, to get to as many as possible.
All Trails is super helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I put it on my phone when we start, like, walking different trails, and I was like, hey, you can see what's nearby. Like, the only reason I put it on was like, hey, you can see what's nearby, and I'll show you, like, the path and everything. And there's pictures, and show it to my wife, and oh, that's neat. And then we went to a trail we'd never walked before, and the trail's not marked at all. Like where it's a state park. It has the Delaware Parks and Rec logo right on the sign of it. So we're used to, like, Killen's Pond, where, like, throughout the trail they have posts that, like, oh, this way for the pond side nature trail, this side for the cross country trail, stuff like that.
Yeah.
This thing just had posts with colors on top, and nothing, like, no, like, even at the map when you first pull into the park, like, there's not, like, any color coordinated thing. So we're just like, where the, like, do we turn here? Where does this take us? So I was like, you know what? I pulled out my phone. It's like, well, it says we're right here, so I'm guessing we go straight here to turning right.
Yeah. That's super helpful. Plus, you can, like, read reviews from people, and you can see, like, I like how it gives a description too. So, like, we have like, for the White Mountains, we have, like, all the maps and, like, the topography and all that stuff, and then like the book that goes along with it. But they don't really update the book. So. And the description that they have of the trails, like, them saying, like, oh yeah, it's just an easy walk up this side of the mountain, and then you do it and you're like, that wasn't easy, that sucked. So it's nice using All Trails, and you get people's, like, actual description of the trail. And game, but we always ran into the problem. Like, we ended up having to take screenshots of the actual like map and the description and the instructions because we wouldn't get service in the mountains.
Well, isn't there a way you can download them?
I think you needed to have like the premium version for that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Download it. Yeah. So it's like in lieu of that, just screenshot everything. Like, yeah, this will work. But we have to keep a map anyways. And it's one of the requirements. If you ever get lost and have to get rescued by the Fish and Game, you have to pay. You're responsible for all of the costs associated with the search. If you don't have all of that stuff.
I saw that on what was it? The Northwoods Law. There you go.
Yep. Yep. They've got a checklist. You're gonna have all of that stuff. You know me. I've got that thing packed with all of that and like 2 of everything, just in case.
Just in case you have to use your first map to wipe with or something.
Yeah, or what if it gets like, you know, like super wet or something like that and then just disintegrates? Gotta have a backup. But yeah. Also, to wipe with, yeah. No, Tony. Look out your mirror, buddy. Oh, I dropped my thing. Son of a bitch. Dropped my sander.
How do you drop your sander?
I hit the wrong button. I thought I had my finger on the right trigger, or the right bumper. Had it on the right trigger instead.
Decent amount of parks here in PA. Yeah. Drinky poo time. What the hell? I go get a drink, I come back, I got a cowboy and a dude standing in a tank top and shorts staring at me in front of my plow.
But you're probably in their walking space.
I'm just getting stared down. It's a bit creepy. Is that truck new? No, it's been out for a while. Unfortunately, though, it's been removed, I think. Because I was going to do a mod spotlight on it, and someone said that they, the modder removed it. I've had it for a while. We've had it for, God, I want to say almost 2 months now, waiting to use it. That's one way to do it. Nice rig, yeah, it's really nice. It's unfortunate that probably some idiot complained about something. I got removed because the cool thing about it is you have the 2003 to 2017 and 2017 present models, and you have a ton of different cab options. And you can make it extended cab, you make it crew cab. So nice. Last night, my wife was like, let's go to dinner as a family. We haven't been out to dinner as a family in a while. So, pick up the kids from the bus. And we was like, alright, you're going home, make yourself look presentable, because we're going to go to a nicer restaurant. So we take them to the restaurant, and they're looking at the menu like, where's the sides? And they didn't have macaroni and cheese. So what if not one, but both of my kids do? They ordered french fries and a baked potato.
Yeah.
For their side. Yeah, like what, 2 potatoes, like instead of trying something new. Like even me, like I got the green beans and baked potato. Like, well, the green beans are amazing at this place.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard that.
What?
Someone say, hey, the green beans at a certain place are amazing.
Yeah, like I was pleasantly surprised at how good they were.
Hey, I'm not knocking it, just saying. It's not a common thing where a place stands out because of its green beans.
Oh, this is wasn't the best part of my meal. Like, I just that's one of my things. Like, there's some place like green beans. I don't know. It's like my preferred green vegetable when it comes to going to dinner. And some places just don't make them well. This place, though, oh my god, they're good. But I got, so the last time I got the sirloin and ribs combo thing.
Okay.
But the ribs are like kind of dry. I'm like, like I don't know about this. Like they were all right. They were edible, but definitely not my favorite ribs. So I was like, I really want the same steak I got last time. I said, but I don't think just because it's only 8-ounce steak, I was like, that's not gonna do it for me. So I got another combo. I went with the steak and chicken tendies, and me being a steak guy, like I love my steak, but God, those tenders blew that steak out of the water.
There's nothing like some good chicken tendies.
I don't know if you remember like the old school like Texas Roadhouse chicken tenders.
No, we didn't have a Texas Roadhouse up here for quite some time.
Well, when they first opened here, they had these chicken tenders where the breading was like, they had a crunch to them, but they weren't crispy, and had like the best flavoring of all time. And definitely, hands down, my favorite chicken tendy from a restaurant. And then they changed the recipe up to like now the breading's like really crunchy and everything. I was like,
yep.
Still has a little bit of the same flavor, but still like not the same. Like
it's classic. I mean, once these restaurants get big, they gotta make everything cheaper. It's unfortunate,
but this was like it tasted just like those chicken tenders did, and they were a little bit more like the breading was a little bit more crunchy than the Texas Roadhouse one used to be, but still had like the same flavor. Like this is my new chicken tendy place. It was like I was trying to bribe the youngest one to give me. She had leftovers. Like, let me have one of your chicken tenders. She wouldn't go for it.
Well, I think that's when you pull dad rank. Like, it's a child tax.
I even like, because so the youngest one's really into anime. So, like she collects the mango. I call them the mangoes. Was it manga or whatever?
Mangoes.
Yeah.
All right.
So
never heard of it, but all
right. They're called manga or whatever. I don't know. It looks like they're graphic novels. They look like comic books pretty much on the inside. She collects them. She collects one of her favorite series, and now she's starting to collect her next series. And we went in Target, and they had you could get one, like the new series she's reading. You can get one for like $8, or they had the first 4 in a package for $30. And I told my wife, I was like, she had $25 to spend, and I told my wife, I was like, it's $5 extra, but it's cheaper to get the first 4 together than buy them individually. So I was just pull the trigger and get the first 4.
Yep.
So I was like, I tried to guilt trip her. I was like, I talked Mom into letting you go over your budget.
Yeah, didn't have to do that.
Yeah, that $5 gets me a chicken tender, right? She's like, I guess, and she grabbed the freaking leftover box and started shoveling it in her mouth. I was like, oh, the chicken tenders aren't gonna make it home. All right, let's see how it is.
Yep. Yeah, you really played your hand too early.
Yeah, I should have waited till I should have stuffed the box in the trunk with ours.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you gotta do.
Here's my So Delaware introduced a thing to ban styrofoam takeout containers.
Ugh.
And
Yeah.
my thing is, like, we just banned plastic bags. So what other take-home containers are there other than styrofoam? Plastic. So you stop people from using plastic bags, but you're in turn going to force them to use plastic take-home containers, which are thicker plastic.
Yeah, but they're recyclable.
Yeah,
what's the difference?
People still toss them out. Like people
no kidding. So around here, they use like cardboard boxes. They almost like the closing mechanism is the same as like a Chinese food box, except it's probably like it's like a 6 inch by 6 inch square, and it's probably like 3 inches tall, and that's what leftovers go in around here. Just a cardboard box. Yep. And I find that to be more like that makes more sense than doing like. Because the plastic containers that they give you are like heavy-duty plastic too. Like, I don't even think they can be recycled.
Yeah,
because you can only recycle like one and the only thing that gets actually recycled, is like numbers like number 1 and number 2 for the recycling numbers. Nothing else gets recycled. It has the recyclable thing on it, but the recycling centers don't take them. So that's a little flaw in the system.
I have a bunch of Magna. I collect figures. Yeah, she does too. I collect the rest of my figures. I assume it's in the what? This
so I
truck?
bet you
no,
if you check
not.
Those containers, it's probably
it's actually been removed. So only
5
people
or
that can
6
join
or
the
something
server
like that.
will get it.
And the recycling centers just toss them in the trash, anyways. How awful is that?
Here's what cracked me up. When I was in middle school, my ag science teacher, he was out in the trailers, and he every single day, like when he'd the trash truck come in, he'd run out the door and watch.
Oh my god!
And we're like, what are you doing? He goes,
I know what he's doing.
So here's my thing. He goes, I very rarely see him coming and picking up the recyclable, because they had the whole parking lot lined down the side was containers where you could separate everything, like newspapers in one, plastics in the other. And he goes, I've never seen any of them come and pick up any of those plastic ones or any of those recyclable ones. Always the main trash. He said, so I'm waiting to see him come through one day. Like, all right. So every day he'd hear a trash truck, he'd run out there and stand out there on the sidewalk and watch them. And finally one came, and he watched them as the truck pulled up to each one and dumped them all into the same truck.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're separating them into the different containers, and they're just dumping it all back together. Well, how much sense does that make?
No, my
Not American
town growing up.
Yeah,
used to
I know what you meant.
do that for a brief stint. I don't think it was very long, but I just remember like in our garage we had like paper, we had aluminum, we had plastic. I think that was it.
My whole childhood.
They're yellow
we had
bins.
these containers out there. I think they're gone now. Like, they're all gone. In my whole childhood, they had these big. They were the size of dumpsters.
Yep.
That line the middle school parking lot, like the fence that they had fenced in. All along the fence, they had these containers, and each container had its own separate purpose. And they dumped everything right back in.
Yep, that was the same thing. I would ask my mom, because like those were the chores growing up, like doing the trash, doing the recycling.
Separate the plastics.
Yep, I had to go through and separate it all, put them in the right bins, and then take it out for the week. And I would just see the recycling people come and just dump it into the same thing. And I just asked my mom, like, why? Why are we doing this? She's like, because that's what they're telling us to do. And I was like, well, that doesn't really seem to make a whole lot of sense. But I was just ahead of my time, apparently.
runs to it.
Yep. Yeah, and then come to find out, like, my wife and I went to farmer's market in town. I think it was last year, and they had this like recycling booth set up, and they're like, "Oh, you want to do a quiz?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" You get a free like reusable plastic bag out of it, so definitely. And yeah, that's where we found out that the recycling companies only take recycling numbers 1 and 2. Everything else gets thrown out. I was shocked.
So why I don't get well, why do they?
It's the material that it's made out of, but I guess it's like, I don't know, because like the trash people, as far as I know, they don't do any kind of sorting. So it's either that it's like made out of reusable materials. I didn't ask the question. I probably should have asked that question. But it's like either made out of reused material or there's no like standard like regulation behind what is defined as recyclable. That's the only other thing I can think of.
The only thing I don't get is they keep saying, "Oh, there's something we can do with the plastic." I've burnt many a plastic in my days.
Well, you can't burn plastic.
Why not?
That's half the problem.
Why is that a problem?
Because that's what contributes to the ozone.
Burning a plastic bottle?
Yeah. Not supposed to do that.
Oh, you're not. I didn't know this.
No. Yeah. No, it's like the worst thing you can do.
Throwing an empty soda bottle in the fire is a bad thing, man.
Yeah.
Learned something new today. Well, I've done that many a time.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No. That's like that's a big no-no. Because a lot of people, what they do is like, or some companies, anyways, not all of them, and not as often these days, would burn the trash. And the big problem with that was the plastic that was in the trash. Like burning plastic, no equals no good.
I learned something new today.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like if burning any kind of waste was not a problem, then we wouldn't really have this quote unquote global warming going on.
Yeah, but they also say global warming comes from cow farts, so...
Yeah, also true. There's also a massive supply of cows right now. Like, more so than at any point in the history of the world.
Okay, but here's my argument, alright? Hear me out on this.
Yep, I'll listen.
We had dinosaurs prior, and I'm pretty sure their farts released a whole lot more methane in one, like, blast.
Yeah, and they're all extinct.
What, they survived, though. Like, the Earth survived.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Survived these massive dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Farting in the atmosphere, so...
Listen, it might be in better shape. We don't know what it would be like if the dinosaurs didn't exist, you know? Maybe it would be, like, even more better than it is. I mean, you don't know. Maybe they were a problem, and that's why they went extinct. Maybe their farts were just so toxic that you know, they killed themselves.
Maybe that's why. Maybe Venus has dinosaurs still, and that's why they have acid rain, because the sparks are so toxic.
It could be. I just want, for the record, to say that I understand that there is some form of global warming going on. However, just let the record show that we had the hottest, like the warmest day of February in history in February, like beginning of February, I think it was the first week, and not a week later we had the coldest day on record ever in the month of February. So explain that. Explain that with the global warming. Like,
here's my
I
deal.
get
Like,
the ice caps melting, but
I get that we've definitely done some damage to that.
yeah, just a bit.
I'm not disputing that, but I don't think the Earth goes through periods of warm and cool. Like, history shows this, and we're entering a warm period. So I don't necessarily think, like, people are like, oh, it's the hottest winter on record. Like, I don't think that's necessarily all because of
like, on average, maybe.
I think
also it's like they're smashing records from like
phase.
Yeah, you're smashing records that are from like over 100 years ago right now, and it's like, so that temperature did exist 100 years ago. Like, it has happened before.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you up in arms about?
And
but I get,
long,
like,
we'll go through an ice age and Earth will reset itself.
Yeah, the problem is that, like, it took, historically, it took, like, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years to transfer over from, like, a really hot to a really cold and vice versa, and we're just kind of going through it a little bit quicker. So, I understand that.
But it's no longer global warming, it's climate change, because they can't scientifically prove that it's the Earth heating up and not just one of our cycles.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of hearing about it. It's like, there's an ad now that comes on. I don't know what my wife was watching the other day, but every other ad that came on was like, if 99% of the scientists believe in climate change, would you? And it's like, well, 99% of scientists do believe it. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah. Also,
5 minutes later, you if 99% of the scientists believed in climate change, would you? All right, shut up, people.
Yeah, it's like,
I get it. We're
because
horrible people.
Also, just because scientists believe it, like, listen, I know a lot of people that are considered, like, quote unquote scientists, and, like, I don't trust a word that comes out of their mouth because I know them. I'm like, okay. I also have seen you do an exorbitant amount of cocaine, so I don't trust anything that comes out of your mouth.
Hey, man, that was for scientific purposes.
That's what he said. Yeah, one of them. And he was like, bottom line, he was like, cocaine's awesome. I was like, that's a great scientific study. There you go. Putting your education to good use.
Did he do a test on the differences between snorting it off like a table and snorting it off a hooker's ass? Like, We need those numbers. Like, is there any different?
One of the studies may have included, I forget what the term is now because I'm so far out of college. Tooting it.
Scooting it?
Yeah.
I don't know what any of this is because
It goes up your butt.
Wait. Wait.
Yeah.
You could do cocaine that way?
Yeah.
And why would it be tooting it? Why wouldn't tooting
It's a
it
science
blow it out?
experiment. Okay, it was a science experiment.
Oh my god.
So, because based on science, like the glands and the area that's like right around that area are more like absorbent, I guess, like easily absorb things more, a little bit more sensitive. So
yeah, I get that.
Like you understand, like butt chugging, like your butt chug stuff.
I've heard that.
It'll get you more drunk.
So
it applies to everything.
So
it's not just beer, like butt chugging a beer, that'll get you more hammered. It's everything that enters there will be a little bit more.
So can you essentially smoke a joint with your butthole and get high quicker?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Haven't witnessed it in person.
Wait, you've witnessed the cocaine in person?
Allegedly. No, I didn't like watch it happen. I was in a different room and was told that the reason for these two people going to the other room was to try a science experiment, and then I found out that that's what was attempted.
I'd just be like, you two are scientifically idiots.
Well, it made me wonder. It's just like I didn't understand the concept of like being able to like, for lack of a better term, like inhale with your beehole. Yeah. So it's like my guess.
You just like use a funnel.
One just like took it in a straw and just did the whole like blow dart. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's my guess.
Are you ready? Yeah, just do it.
I never found out what happened. Yeah. Oh, I can imagine just like a baby powder cloud of cocaine just. I don't know.
That scene, that John Cena scene just popped in my head, where he's butt chugging the beer and then farts, and all I can think of farting cocaine.
Yep. Where it just goes like right back. Whoever just like took the straw and blew it in there, it just goes like right back into his face. His face is just covered in white.
That's where it came from, tooting it. One person blows it in another guy's ball, and then the guy farts and the other guy gets a face full of it.
Yeah, but they both get high. Just blow dart. Yeah. Yeah, he's a pharmacist now, so like. So he's like practically he's a scientist. I mean.
He fills every prescription with suppositories.
No, it just everything comes with a straw. Something. It's something. So, going back to the point, is, when it comes to global warming, I don't trust all the scientists. I think I proved my point as to why.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm a scientist, believe me. Yeah, I also see what you did in college, but like,
yeah,
in the name of science, like, no, that's not.
Listen, I've done a fair number of strange things and just claimed science. Something like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. That was one of the disadvantages of living in a frat house. It's like, if I had lived on my own, like in my own apartment or something like that, or in my own dorm room, like that wouldn't have been permitted in my, on my premises. I would just been like, no, dude, go back to your room if you want to do that.
I'm so glad
living at the frat house. You can't. You're just like, all right, bud, just use like the upstairs bathroom or something.
I'm so glad that you did though, because now I would never hear any stories like these otherwise.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, there's a lot more where that came from, I guess.
That guy's a pharmacist now.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of people, because it was like a very small school, like a lot of these people that I know very well are in like pretty high positions, or I'm like throughout various industries where I'm just like, oh yeah, okay. Like I know what you did. But actually, you know what? Like I never really. I think it's the first time I've mentioned that since I witnessed it.
I don't believe
because it was like there's no other situation in which that would come up.
Just bad that whole search for someone to be like, yeah, I don't know if I believe scientists or not. Well, buckle up, because here's why you shouldn't.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Listen, they gotta understand that, like, all the scientists believe that, and it's like, yeah, but, you know, scientists are people too, and, you know, nobody's perfect. So, there's some cloud in their judgment.
Not to mention, they get money if they say the right things.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and they also probably just look at what the majority of the other scientists say, and they're like, yeah, all right, fine. Like, this thing's 200 pages long. Yeah, no, that's fine. I believe that.
Hey, did you get a chance to read my paper? I'm gonna be honest with you, Dave. Steve blow darted some cocaine in my ass last weekend, and I have not had any time to read your paper. But I'll agree with whatever you say, man. I believe you.
Like, I've been writing my own paper on that instead. So, I haven't had time. For whatever reason, you know, the hospital won't fund that research paper, but I think it's pretty important.
Oh, yeah, I would. If I was hospital staff, I'd be like, I think we should throw our money behind this.
Well, see, I would say, like, just from, like, the emergency department, like, any weird thing that you've never heard of, it's like, I want to know more about that. Because you get some weird stuff in the ER.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to know?
My favorite, one of my favorite TikToks is the two ER nurses, and they're like, oh, we got a farmer coming in. Oh, wife bringing him? Nope, he's bringing himself. oh shit, crash cart. They take off running. They had to make a video explaining it. They're like, farmers are probably some of like the toughest SOBs you'll ever have, and if there's ever a farmer that brings himself to the ER, it's pretty bad because
Yeah, I can see that.
if he's driving himself now, if his wife brings him, it could be something minor. They like, but if he's driving himself, you're about to get one hell of a call.
Yeah. No kidding.
Over here clearing out Tyler's parking lot like he's not gonna be like, the snow's gonna be melted completely by the time he comes in again.
Yeah. I was looking at this stream, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was just doing something nice, and I'm like, you know what? I just sat here and thought to myself, like, it's probably all gonna be gone and melted by the time he comes back in.
Yeah, because once we're done with this, I'm just gonna fast forward, so.
Yeah. And then he'll never know.
Nope.
His unappreciative ass won't care. I should just scoop up all the snow on the map and just dump it in his place. I wish that the seasons actually worked like that. So like, you put
So the snow would stay.
Yeah, you
Like
put
at the mall parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah, just a giant pile. It just stays around for like a month after you had snow.
Yeah.
I just dump it right in front of his god awful pickup truck. That kid. He makes my brain hurt. We were having a conversation in Snapchat, and I was like, I'm happy for you. You got something you want, but goddamn is that truck ugly. And he goes, I know, but at least it's not as ugly as the F-150. That's the only reason I got it.
Isn't it
I was like,
F-250?
Yeah.
Okay.
But his statement was, I know. Like I said, that thing's ugly, and he says, I know, but it's not as ugly as an F-150. That's the only reason I got it. Like, you're a dumbass with money, aren't you? Knows the truck's ugly, but got it anyway because it's not as ugly as an F-150.
Right. Instead of getting
a truck that he liked.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've been his age. What is it, like 23 now? 24?
20, he'd be turning 24, I think birthday's April?
Yeah. So, you know, I've been that age, and that's when I got my first job where I didn't have to eat ramen noodles every day.
Oh, he's making a killing. He's good. I don't know. I don't think he shared. He's just getting bonuses left and right from this place he's working. He got like a $2,000 bonus just because of Christmas time. And then they gave him another bonus like a month later. I'm like, what the?
Well, yeah. I mean,
plus they're trying to get him to get his CDL so he can run truck for him.
well, that means more work.
Yeah.
You won't want to do that.
I don't know. Again, he's only
seems like sitting in his truck.
Well, no, he's got a little booth that he sits in, but he's got to like climb those silos and shit. I wouldn't do it. That's because I'm afraid of heights. Like, he sent me a Snapchat one day, and he's climbing up the side of a silo, and I'm like, haha, no, nope, I'll pass on that one.
Well,
because they had a job similar to what he does here in town. And I was like, I can do it. I was like, I just wouldn't be able to do the whole climbing up the silos.
Yeah,
like
he's got to be. He's got to be clamped in.
Yeah, but
'cause
still, I couldn't do it.
OSHA.
I'd freeze halfway up, and they'd have to get the fire department to come get my ass down.
Yeah, if I'm clipped in, whatever.
Oh, I can't. I can't do heights.
Which is heights where I'm not clipped in, then I'm like, I'll still do it, but I'm a little bit concerned. But yeah, when you're at that age and you get a job where you're making more money than, you know, being a summertime janitor, yeah, you spend it on whatever stupid stuff.
I told him, I was like, you probably read it in the owner room. I was like, you need to.
Yeah. Get a mobile home and like, yeah.
No, I meant get a home outside his parents so he can bring a woman home and then have to rent a hotel room.
Oh, true. Yeah, but he can afford to do that. So, you know, he's making big savings right now. I mean, no overhead.
Yeah, that shit would get tired after a while.
Yeah, you know what? I know
he
some
takes them to a damn hotel room.
Listen,
Same like
a
fancy
some
hotel
people
room.
that
It's just kind of like
don't
the
care.
budget in.
Yeah, I know some people that don't care. Like, they just, you know, live with their parents and have a very good job. Totally content. When they want to go and do something, they go and do something because they can afford it.
That was my
doesn't
brother. My
work.
brother,
My logic doesn't work that way. Like, as soon as I got, like, my first job out of college paid absolutely nothing. And the first second that I had an opportunity to move out of my parents' house, I was like, yep, okay, sure. And I lived in a one-bedroom apartment with my college roommate that we shared. We each had a single bed in the same room.
I don't know about that one. I'd rather have my own room with my parents over sleeping.
Yeah, well, that's the difference. Is like I just, you know, I'd spend enough time living at home, and I was driving from where I was up to New Hampshire every single day for my job. So it was without traffic, and there was no traffic, but it was an hour and 15-minute drive each way every single day. So this afforded me to be closer, but I also was making, like, mind you, full-time job with benefits and everything like that. And up in this area, it was $27,000 a year on, and my rent was, my portion of it was $700. So
Damn.
90% of my paycheck went to rent and weed.
You say we.
Yeah. And then, yeah, the rest of it went to buying my food at 7-Eleven. That was it. Just all I could do.
See, I'm like,
But it's better than living at home, damn it.
I don't. Yeah. And I'd be weird about having to share the room with someone. Well, I mean, I'm married, so kind of have to share my room with someone. But
Yeah.
that's for fun purposes, not just
Yeah, it was more
weird
like,
roommate.
like there was a condition with it that, like, I was helping him out because, oh my god, they just put another layer of snow on. Shit.
Real? No. Like,
Yeah, they did.
oh
Yep.
my god.
I just fucking plowed this whole thing.
I practically plowed this whole freaking driveway here.
I just finished plowing around the warehouse. Like, I'm done with this. But I was doing my friend a favor, and it was like with the end goal of like moving up closer to my work, which was going to be like halfway between his work and my work. But he had a DUI, so he couldn't drive. So we had to move close to his work at first. But yeah, going from that job to my second job, which like ended up paying like triple that, like immediate, like starting was triple. I didn't even know what to do with. Like I bought a new car. And then instead of like saving it like a normal person would, but at that age you don't save. You spend it on stuff. I just buying things. But he'll find out once he gets to like his late 20s. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, but the first opportunity I got to move out of my parents' place, I did it.
Yeah, I never looked back.
When me and my wife were dating, like, she got into a position where she needed help with the rent, I was like, screw it. We spend most of the time together anyway. Let's move in. And I never looked back. The only thing I miss about being at home is mowing grass. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Me too. Although, where I lived before here had a lawn, but it was the worst lawn to mow. Like my parents' house, awesome yard to mow, just with like the walk behind mower. It was just enough to like take a few hours with the walk behind, and it was all flat. And the front yard had a slope to it, so I could do like designs in the front yard. Just so perfect. And the place that we moved to just had this like triangle shaped side yard, and that was it. It sucked. I hated it so much.
Parents had a double wide on an acre of land, so it had a lot riding lawnmower, and I'd be out there for like 2.5 hours, just mowing away with my CD player in my pocket.
Yep.
Had my shorts rolled up so I can get some tan on my legs.
Yep. My real estate agent hates us right now because she's suggesting, like, she knows the area that we want to live in, but the market really sucks right now. Like, there's not much coming on the market, but she's trying. God bless her, she's trying very hard, but I keep shutting it down because half the stuff that comes up is on like 1/4 of an acre, and I'm like, nope, no, I need to have a yard to mow. Like, you know this. I need at least an acre.
Yeah, that's one thing I can't wait for, to get a place of my own and start mowing. Although it has been great throwing that in my brother's face, because my brother, me and him don't get along. It's my dad's middle child.
Yeah, I know. Yep, I know.
He works for the landscaping company and mows the lawn out here. I'm just like, I can't take your opinion seriously. You mow my lawn.
Yep. Oh, trust me, I had that with some of my friends, like working for the DPW, like right out of college, and all my friends moved back home too. Cause they'd just see me doing like DPW stuff, and my friend would always give me shit during the snowstorm and stuff. He's like, "Are you serious?" He was like, "My parents hate you right now. You just plowed them in." I'm like, well. Is what it is.
You better get over there and shovel them out before I tell them what you did with that cocaine in your butt.
Yeah. No, that's college friends, different from high school friends. No, I'd always try to help them out a little bit. I'd plow the driveways out.
that's one thing I definitely don't miss. Having to shovel out the driveway.
Yeah, we don't have to do that where we are right now.
Well,
So, like we have our own garage, and because it's on like the first floor and driveway. But there's a company that comes in and does the plowing, and then they have people that'll come and like shovel the driveway like around the car, like my wife's car.
yeah,
And
see,
I plow all that out, but it's nice. Like
here,
it is nice. Although I'd much rather have like a driveway big enough for a snowblower. I think that's the way to go. Or a plow. So we were looking at a place, and this town is basically, it's like in swamplands, but the minimum, so there's a minimum lot size per house, and it's 2 acres. So every house in this town has to have 2 acres. Yeah, but most of it is just unusable, like woods or swamps. So there's an open house this weekend at a place in this town. It's on 3 acres, but 2 of the 3 acres are on either side of the driveway leading up to the house. So the driveway is almost 1/4 of a mile long.
Jesus.
But the front yard on either side of that is woods, so you can't use it. Like, you can't turn it into lawn or anything like that. So it's like, now I'd have to get a plow for my truck, and I'd have to plow the driveway and all that stuff. Wouldn't figure out all the logistics with that. I was just like, nah. Like, I'd get like an ATV with a plow for the driveway, I think.
I'll get you
But
one of
even
them
then,
side-by-sides like the Kubota things we use.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, with the plow on the front, like
Yeah.
that would make sense. I could see myself doing that. But then also, that's like $8,000 on its own,
Oh, yeah.
plus a plow.
Yeah, my
And
dad
then it's
finally, my dad's horrible about spending money on anything, but he
it's fine.
finally bit the bullet, and he bought himself a snowblower for his driveway.
Good. You know what? You
he's
get
like-
to a certain age, you gotta do it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because when I had my truck, like, I could easily get over to him and help him, but now in
Yeah.
his car, I don't have that luxury. So him and my stepmom shoveled it. Was not last year, but the year before. And he said halfway through, we're sitting there huffing and puffing. He's like, "We're too old for this shit." He said, so we left it. And then when the snow melted off, we went to the store, and he said, "I bought my ass a snowblower."
Yeah. How old is he?
My dad?
Yeah.
He is, he's born 1970.
Oh, so he's young. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a lot of health problems too. He got COPD.
No. I'm just saying, like, overall, because I think my parents were born in '55, so
That's what I think. That's what
he's got like 15 years.
Oh, wait, no, maybe it was 60. It was 1960. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, damn, that's pretty young.
62.
You said you've got older siblings, so
Yeah, I'm the baby of him.
yeah, so 70 doesn't make too much sense on that. I mean, it could, but 70 is kind of young for that. 1970, I mean. But I was just gonna say, because I think it was probably 10 years ago, so my parents were in their 50s.
Okay, yeah. No, it's 1960.
Okay. Yeah, because it was maybe like 10 years ago. Maybe 10 years ago that they decided to, like, when they're officially empty nesters, that shoveling was for the birds, and it was then time for snowblower. So I think your dad's might be around the same age of when my parents decided that like, shoveling sucks, and just get a snowblower.
He was like, I shit you not. My dad bought a pair of boots that were too small. Instead of like he couldn't return them because it was like there was like a clearance item or something.
Yep.
I shit you not. He wore them.
Yeah.
So he didn't waste money. My stepmom had to she's like after about 2 weeks of hearing him complain about these boots, she goes, I went and found a pair in his size and bought them, and she goes, I still had not heard the end of it. So when he goes, I'm getting too old for this shit, I just went out and bought a snowblower. I was like, God damn, you must have really did not like that stuff. Oh, I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah. So I know when it comes to like computer games and computer stuff, I just throw money at it left and right. But that's like the only aspect of my life that I actually spend money.
Who
like,
made the
I
truck?
bought
I don't
a
know.
pair of sandals on Amazon. Like the sandals that I buy that I spend like a regular amount of money on, I just end up shit in the bed. So like if I'm gonna go through a bunch of these, I'm just gonna get a cheap pair on Amazon. So I got a pair, and they were a size too small, so they fit my foot like exactly, but it looks weird because there's no overhang on the front or the back, like at all. Just like flip-flop sandals. Like they're just too small. But instead of returning them, I kept them and I wore them. And my wife just calls them my spa sandals because they because they just fit my foot. But I was like, yeah, you know what? I never wore them out of the house, but I wore them around the house. And like instead of like returning them and trying to get a different size, and I
put in.
Was like, you know what? These are the sandals. Like I put myself in this hole. I'm gonna lie in it. I'm gonna dig this grave because I spent the money on it.
Yeah, but if you click on download it, it's not available, so that's the problem. I watched the guy buy lawnmower, like he'll buy a lawnmower because it's cheaper to buy a lawnmower and use it for parts than it is to buy like the brand new part. So I've watched him Frankenstein lawnmowers together when I was a kid, and
I do that too.
He needed the deck off of one, and so the other one was still working. So he took the deck off of it, and then he hooked a wagon to the back of it. So when I was like a little kid,
drag it behind,
so I could pull it around and go pick stuff up out of the yard.
Oh, there you go. Well, I mean, hey, that serves two purposes.
Yeah.
It works out well.
Like it taught me how to like drive the lawnmower before actually mowing, and
yep,
he didn't have to go around and pick up shit out of the yard. So
yeah, see, that's smart.
I'll never forget one of the first times that because he showed me everything, and then he just let me go do my own thing, and he went over and he was talking to the neighbor at the fence, and our neighbor was sitting there, and I heard him telling the story a couple weeks later to one of the guys we used to go camping with. He's like, he couldn't believe it. The neighbor's like, how do you trust? I think I was like 8, 9, and he just put me on the mower and let me go, and he knew I wasn't going to screw anything up. He goes, it was his nephew. It was his nephew that lived with him. He's like, I can't put Cody on lawnmower because he'd run it right into the goddamn the fence or something just to get out of doing it. Meanwhile, my dad's got his back completely turned to me. It wasn't that I was like good at it or anything. I was overcautious because I knew if I screwed up, he was gonna beat my ass.
Well, yeah. Well, that's one way to learn something about fear.
Still, though, one of the funniest moments from my childhood is watching my dad. My dad, I've never seen him scared of anything except snakes. He is terrified. Like, we were cleaning out, we had an old shed that stuff just kind of overgrow there, and we were cleaning it out, and I saw this snake. It was a baby snake. It was just a tiny little thing. And my dad threw the shovel at it and jumped in the back of the truck. One day, I come out the back door, and I see my dad just like S shapes going down the back side of the yard. I was like, what the hell is he doing? So he eventually got what he did, what he needed to do, and he came back up to the back sidewalk, and I was like, what were you doing? Saw a snake. He was chasing the snake down with the lawnmower.
It's funny how it's just like a random fear in people. My like mentor when I started with the DPW, because I had like, no experience with DPW stuff. I went from being a lifeguard and gatekeeper to just working for the DPW. No experience. The guy that I started working with had already had 30 years on the job. It was in his 40s, and he'd just go do whatever. Did not care. Like a nest of wasps, he'd just walk right up to it with a can of anti-wasp stuff and just spray. Just did not care about anything until I found out that he had a huge fear of snakes. And part of our job was to clear beaver dams, as I've told you in the past. And one of the days we were walking down this trail to get to the beaver dam, and we get to the beaver dam and walk out, and he sees a snake. And what you use to clear beaver dams is one of those metal gardening rakes. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And he saw one of those snakes and just yells out his traditional, he just goes, Jesus, and then turns around and spikes his thing into the ground and just severs the snake in half. I was oh my, I was petrified. I was dude, that was just a snake. We don't have any deadly snakes up here, man. We don't. This thing was not gonna attack you. And he's did you see it? Did you see it? It came up on me. It's no, dude, I just saw you just kill an innocent snake. You're scared, but he was just petrified of it. It was a little milk snake. Or a garter snake, nothing bad.
The thing was when we were cleaning out there by the shed, it was a
It was
little
maybe
tiny little thing.
Yeah, it was maybe a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet long, but it was no bigger than a half an inch wide. Little guy, mind his own business, but he just took that gardening rake and just with all of his heavenly powers just rained down on that thing.
Dad with that shovel, dude.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's I get this. He's scared of snakes, but Jesus. Think about the snake for a second. He's probably just as scared as you were. We're walking down a path that we walk down 3 times a year. He's just minding his own business. Sees you and it's oh my God. Tries to figure out what to do and then whap.
Poseidon praying down trident on his ass.
Yeah, no shit.
What'd I do?
Yeah. My God.
Did you get your audio problem solved with Sons of the Forest?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to close it and restart it. Dude, this game legit makes the forest look like a joke.
Good, bad?
No, in a good way. Like, I was trying to explain it to my wife. Like, the forest came out in what, like 2015, 2017, something like that, as early access. Yeah. And at the time, like, I have, like, to this day, like right now, I have no problem with like the level of graphics or realism or anything with that game. Perfectly good. And this just takes the game and adds like physics and graphics and realism to it. Like, to a level, like I'm chopping a tree right now, and like there's actually, you can see like the blade marks in the tree from where you chop, and the nature of cutting down the trees and the detail on the logs that get cut down. Like, it's a lot to take in when comparing it to the last Forest game. And I got a pistol.
Yeah, but you better make sure you conserve your ammo.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I fired one shot. I had to go out to like a floating raft in the water to get it, and there's like 2 great white sharks that are swimming around it. So, just out of curiosity, I fired 1 round at the shark. It didn't do much, but just to see that it actually worked.
Because I remember watching that video where they said that they were going to have weapons in the game, but ammo is going to be very limited.
Yeah, the resources are very limited. And the interesting thing is, I've had like this group of like half gorilla, half human people that seem to just follow me around. And they're not, like, they don't attack you, they just kind of stand around you and watch what you do. Like, it's not like the forest where anything, like any mutant, as soon as you saw them or they saw you, would just come after you and attack you. It's not like that. They're more passive. Which is kind of scary.
Yeah, because I'm learning.
Yeah.
You're gonna get to you least expect it.
The map is also 4 times bigger than the map.
God.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to explore right now. I'm just at my time until you get the game. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like learn the
for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm just trying to learn the ins and outs. So, but apparently with like cutting down trees and stuff, it's not just like logs that you cut down and put into like a template formation. It's like more like the houses that you build or the lodges that you build are like more customizable than that. So you can like shave down the log and make a plank. And then build like a floor plank. Yeah, but you know what's really unfortunate is that in the single player mode, so instead of a plane crash, it's a helicopter crash. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is not good. So you get an AI companion, but from the crash, he's essentially brain dead. Like he has blood bleeding from his ears. So you write down what you want him to do, and he does it. So it's like gather wood, or like disassemble the tent, or the shelter, or make a fire. And that's about it. But he follows you around. and then points out when there's bad people around. But he's nonverbal, so it's not really much of a help.
So it's, I'm supposed to get like the three-legged lady as a companion or something?
I saw her. It also depends on how much time you spend in the helicopter before you crash as to where you end up. So the first time I played it, I just had the intro and I was trying to figure out the sound. So I was in the helicopter for quite a long time and I ended up in an Arctic area.
That's probably a bad place to start.
This time, where I was playing legit, I ended up on a beach. But I just had two people just roll up on me, like two humans that were in, like, it's like native tribes, like humans, in just paint on their skin, and two of them rolled up on us, and they didn't attack. They just looked at us to see what we were doing. But I can cut down a tree, which again is super realistic because it has like the bark that flies off. And yeah, this is crazy. People are already saying this might be the game of the year over Hogwarts.
Over Hogwarts?
Yeah. Did you see this game? Like the downloads actually crashed Steam.
Really?
Yep. There's a bunch of people that got it for free because of the issues with Steam.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was on Keymailer.
But like I said, I was trying to explain to my wife like the difference between this game and the actual forest, and like I don't even think you can, like, the style overall is the same, but everything else is different. This is crazy.
Yep, on Keymailer.
That's worth it.
I just figured I've been waiting for this game, and the day I make the decision to buy a new computer is the day they release it for early access. Now I gotta wait.
Yeah, I'm glad they went early access.
Yeah, because they said that with all the delays, they didn't know when it was gonna be out, so they just like screw it. We'll put it out and go.
What they're doing right now is they have a schedule for updates. So, like, when you get the game and you log it into, like, the main screen, it tells you when the next update is coming out.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So right now it's 13 days. Yeah, from what I was reading, they were going to do, like, they're planning on originally delaying it for another 6 months, but in lieu of that, what they're going to do is 1 or 2 updates every month. So they'd still be on track with their intended new release date, but give people access to it. So then I was explaining to my wife the difference between, like, a regular release and early access. And I was like, you should get it in early access because if it goes full release, then you're going to have to pay more for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guarantee you they're probably trying to charge $60 for this game.
Probably.
And they can't. So, gotta get it early access.
I didn't realize my music stopped. What's up, Robbie? How are you, man? What the hell did I hit? Oh. Fire hydrant? Oh my god. Stopping by. Well, glad you did, sir. Is it really going through the window? It is, isn't it? Well, that's unfortunate. I really hate that you can't just like figure out how like to straighten out when you're walking with something.
Three-legged lady just showed up.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, not bad.
She's, from what I get, she's supposed to be like your main companion throughout this game.
I'm following her because I can't interact with her, so I don't really know where she's heading. Yeah, I don't know how to make her your companion. She's just running aimlessly.
The one guy I watched did a video on it, said that she, like, you're supposed to take care of her and everything. She'll even fight for you.
Oh, she's got an extra arm, too.
Wow.
I appreciate the thought, but I'm not going to follow her around all day. Jesus. Oh shit, I lost her. There she is. Oh my god, she's eating a person.
She's eating a person?
Yeah, she just... Oh, okay. Well, you know, whatever works for you. I think I'll take my gun out. Just in case.
How much meat we made? 2,255 liters of Angus beef. Has anything produced yet? We did fast forward today, so we have meats. We got a pallet of Angus beef, pallet of beef chuck, sirloin steak, porterhouse steak, and sirloin steak. Nice. We gotta get that loaded up. How much more cow do we have left to produce? Oh, still 176. Wow, that didn't take much. Well, it is 11 o'clock, people. I'm gonna end this here. Like I said, I gotta get up early tomorrow. Gotta go get the haircut. So, if you guys did like today's stream, be sure to leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see future streams, be sure to click that subscribe button. We will be live tomorrow night with what? I'm not quite sure yet, but we will be live. If you guys want to be notified whenever we do go live or upload a video, click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.